What's happening, my Jacked family? Coach Scott here, jackedafter40.com. The phrase that I have heard more than anything else in my 20 plus years of physique coaching is, I'm eating healthy and I'm not losing weight. I don't understand why. This really ties into the notion that there are good and bad foods. That maybe the reason you're not losing weight is because you're eating bread or pasta, or maybe it's the chips you're snacking on at night. The truth is, you can include all of those foods in your diet. You can include all of your favorite foods. No foods are off limit or forbidden. The thing is that if you want to have a chocolate bar, something that you're craving for the day, you basically need to eliminate a meal, a small meal from your day. Say that chocolate bar is 400 calories and a typical meal that you're having throughout the day is around 400 or 500 calories. You've got to make a serious adjustment to consume that chocolate bar. And some days it may be worth it. It may satisfy your sweet tooth. It may satisfy a craving. Feels like a mental break from your diet and allows you to stick to your diet. So you gotta decide that is it worth it? Is the trade-off of eating that chocolate bar worth it? Because although it may be temporarily satisfying for your taste buds and really provide that bit of a mental break, it's not gonna be as satiating as, say, a meal where you're having oats, eggs, veggies, berries. Those types of meals are going to have a lot higher volume for the same number of calories. So there is a trade-off there. You can definitely fit in all of your favorite foods, but you just got to be aware of the caloric intake. When it comes to getting shredded after 40, what matters most is creating a caloric deficit and hitting that caloric deficit each and every day, or at least hitting your target for the week. And again, you can overeat healthy foods. That's a problem that a lot of people run into. I know for myself, pistachios and cashews are my weakness. I could consume 1,000 calories of pistachios and cashews in a matter of minutes. And I mean, I love them. It's going to satisfy my taste bud. I include them in my diet, but does it satisfy me the way two different meals? I mean, 1,000 calories, that's basically 2 meals for me that are really gonna fill me up compared to those 1,000 calories of pistachios or cashews. So really, again, it's so easy to overconsume healthy, natural foods. So it really pays to be aware of the foods that are easy for you to overconsume, the foods that are higher in calories, or the foods that are triggers for you, that once you start eating them, it's very hard to stop yourself. Whether it is whole, natural, nutrient-rich foods like some nuts or some seeds, or your favorite treats. If you have chips and you want to portion size out just a little bit of the bag, and once you get started eating them, you know that bag is in the cupboard and you're very tempted to go back. So if you don't have strong willpower, or you don't have a strong, powerful reason why to avoid going back to that cupboard, it can make it very challenging on yourself. So you really need to be aware of those foods that are, again, very easy for you to overconsume. And another reason why some of our fellow men over 40 experience some weight loss, or at least find it easier to maintain their weight when they kind of eliminate junk food and go with a more whole, natural food approach, is because for most of the whole natural foods out there, it's very difficult to overconsume them. It is very difficult to overconsume veggies. It's difficult to overconsume chicken breast or steak, or sometimes even fish. So a lot of these healthy natural foods, like even oats, like you have a bowl of oats, 1 cup of oats with some berries, you're looking at maybe 400 calories there, and that is incredibly filling. It's going to take up a lot of your room, a lot of room in the stomach. So you really, when you're planning out your diet, it really does help to not only be aware of those foods that are very easy for you to overconsume, but foods that are also, and meals that are also very satisfying, very filling, very nourishing, and provide you with lots of energy, lots of fuel to get through your day. So feeling your best, performing your best, but also what is most important is that you enjoy each and every one of those meals. So when it comes to consuming nutrient-rich, whole, natural foods, really encourage you to enjoy every single meal that you're eating. Incorporate foods that you absolutely love, that you look forward to eating. For myself personally, during this January mini cut right now, I think I'm 17 days into it, I have consumed nothing but whole, natural, nutrient-rich foods. I just haven't had much of a craving for any of my favorite treats or junk. I've just been in the zone, but I love every single meal that I have prepared. I look forward to each and every one of them. I feel satisfied afterwards. I feel nourished, and my performance has been absolutely outstanding. A lot of it has to do with the reason I've been sticking with the whole natural foods is mainly because of the food volume. They are very satisfying, while at the same time satisfying my taste buds. I, again, enjoy each and every meal. The sweet potatoes kind of satisfy the sweetness, and I have some salt in there, so the saltiness as well. And I have those on a daily basis. To me, those are kind of like candy to me. Getting lots of fruits, lots of veggies, so everything that is, yeah, just getting all the micronutrients, which I think really helps as well. But I've gone through many cutting phases where I have included treats each and every day. I fit them into my caloric target. I'll just, again, like I said, eliminate a meal. Eliminate the Greek yogurt and berries and have a chocolate bar instead, or have some chips instead. A lot of times, like I would, if I didn't have them daily, I'd save it for the weekend. Friday night, Saturday nights. Friday night I'd have half a bag of chips. Saturday night the other half a bag of chips. But again, I had to take away from some meals. I just find that right now during this mini cut, keeping the 3 meals the same the beginning of the day, it's habit, it's routine, it's just making it kind of automatic for me, which I find makes it a little bit effortless for my mind. So although a chocolate bar might satisfy my sweet tooth and give me a little mental break from the dieting, there's something about just keeping the simple structure each and every day that is making it more automatic and less stressful in the process. Now, if I do want a chocolate bar, I am definitely going to have one. So if opportunity presents itself, I'm going to be all over it, and I will hit my caloric target in that process. It's not going to be at the end of the day where I've already used up all my calories. I'm like, I've got to have a chocolate bar right now. I mean, if that happens, it happens. I'll have to make up for it the next few days. Not a big deal. But yeah, it's very easy to fit your favorite treats in there. You just gotta know yourself. You gotta know what works best for you. So if you're struggling to get shredded after 40 and wondering why you're eating healthy and still not experiencing the rate of fat loss that you were expecting on your diet, the first thing I recommend you do is start tracking your caloric intake. And if you already are, make sure you're being diligent with it and weighing your food and being a little bit more precise with your tracking. Just really heighten that sense of awareness. It's only temporary. I don't recommend that you track for the long term. I certainly don't, but it is an educational, eye-opening experience to really see the portion size that suits the amount of calories that you are aiming for each and every meal, and how you're gonna feel at the end of the day by hitting your caloric target. My caloric target right now is 2,000 calories for the day. At the end of the day, I'm feeling a bit of hunger. In the morning when I'm out for my walk before my breakfast, I am feeling a bit of hunger. I'm feeling that little rumble in my stomach. So you've got to embrace some hunger. You shouldn't be starving. You shouldn't be famished. Food shouldn't consume your mind all the time. But if you are experiencing a bit of hunger at certain times throughout the day, it's a good sign that you're probably in your caloric deficit, and you can kind of match up that feeling that you're experiencing throughout the day with your caloric target. So if you are ravenous at the end of the day, you might be a little bit too aggressive with your caloric target. Again, a lot of it really comes down to paying attention to your body's feedback, not only how you're feeling, how you're performing, but also what is happening with your scale weight and what is happening with the visual changes that you're seeing in the mirror. So the take-home message from this video is that junk food is not the problem. Eating healthy isn't the solution to getting shredded after 40. The problem is you're over-consuming your calories, whether it was healthy foods or non-healthy foods. The solution is creating a caloric deficit and hitting it consistently day after day, or at least for your weekly target there. But in the big picture, it really is a great idea to shift to a more natural, nutrient-rich, whole food kind of diet, at least for 90% of the foods that you consume, because those are gonna be the foods that allow you to feel your best, perform your best, and just be the healthiest you that you can be. And then the other 10% of the calories, enjoy it, like all your favorite treats, whatever you want to include throughout the week. You gotta live your life. You don't want to deprive yourself of your favorite treats because you're trying to live this super healthy, natural lifestyle. I think it's all a part of the experience. That's this Jacked After 40 lifestyle is about living your life to the fullest. And man, if you took away my cheesecakes or my ice cream sundaes or pizzas or tacos, it would drive me nuts. I wouldn't feel like I'm living my life to the fullest. But again, it only makes up a small portion of my diet. In the big picture, I thrive from whole, natural, nutrient-rich foods, and really found ones that satisfy me more, that really satisfy my taste buds, and really looking to take my cooking to the next level this year. I really want to take some cooking classes to even learn to prepare healthy, nutrient-rich meals that taste even better than what I'm making right now. So having fun with it, it's all a part of this learning experience and becoming better and growing and, again, enjoying life. Like, cooking is something that should be an enjoyable experience for you as well. It shouldn't be a tedious chore. Actually, I was having a great conversation with a woman yesterday about cooking with love and how her kids would tell her at times like, "Mom, you didn't make this meal with love, did you?" It's kind of fun, like the energy we put into cooking. So if you're just rushing through, I gotta get this meal done and get the kids off to soccer or whatever, yeah, try to slow your things down a little bit and just enjoy the preparation process as well. Now, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Have you repeated that phrase yourself in the past? Eating healthy, wondering why you're not losing weight? You definitely would not be alone. Drop a comment down below, share your experience with me. If you enjoyed today's video, please hit that thumbs up button. I'd really appreciate it. If you know a fellow bro who would benefit from watching today's video, do him a favor and share it with him. And before you go, don't forget to download your free guide, Jacked After 40. Have yourself an amazing day. Catch you in the next video.